Barre with Mary. It is the first day of your 7-day Feel Good Challenge. Welcome! I am so excited to get this year's challenge started. So each of the 7 days will be a full-length, full-body work class. Each class will be between 45 and 50 minutes. I'm usually right in that window of time. And you'll need different props on each day. We'll try to have a slightly different focus. So for today's class, in terms of props, you need 2 resistance loops. So I would love for you to grab a heavy loop and a light loop. So for me, I have my heavy and I have my extra light, because I find that if I go any heavier than extra light for arms, I get really into my shoulders, which I don't love. So go ahead and go grab those loops, set them off to the side because you don't need them to start, and let's do this. So you're gonna meet me in a wide turned out position. So if we were to extend your arms out long, your feet would come underneath your hands, and then you'll notice we turn our legs out slightly here. So your toes are pointing towards like 10 and 2 on a clock. From there, inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, stoop down tight. This time as you exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands to the inner thighs, and inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, twist. Coming through center as you breathe in, and twisting to the other side as you breathe out. Keep going like that, switching from side to side, just getting a little bit of rotation for the spine, opening up through the hips, opening up through the back body here. Last time, we're gonna twist towards the left. Now come to center, stay center, just lift your heart, squeeze your elbows in towards your side, full range, it's reach and pull, go, lift and lower. So as you start to move here, really drive down through your heels and feel how your heels can actively squeeze in towards one another. So as you do that, you're gonna get a little bit more activation into the glutes and into the outer thighs. If it feels okay for you, go ahead and reach the arms all the way overhead as you rise. So we just get a little bigger range of motion for the shoulders. We have 4 more just like this. Go, 4, 3, 2. Now this time stay low, hands come to the heart, just pulse your hips, little down, little up, little down, little up. So today's class, we're gonna start with some plank work, per usual. We're gonna transition into some abdominal work. We're gonna go into thighs. And then we're gonna incorporate arms into our seat work. So our seat work is pretty epic today. It's where you're gonna finish class, okay? So all of this is kind of building to that seat work, and then you'll get to stretch. Just so you have kind of a roadmap of where we're going. 8 more pulses here, go 8, go 6, here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, take a big breath in. Exhale, sink your hips lower, press your inner thighs back and really lift up through your heart. Hold here for 4, hold here for 3, hold here for 2, rise up, rotate the legs to parallel, take a wide leg forward fold. Just let your head hang heavy here. Maybe it feels good to sway the upper body or sway the hips. Notice if you're carrying tension in your neck and just shake it out, let it go. Shake out the shoulders. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Walk your hands over to the left. Plant your hands into your mat and step back into a high plank position. Spreading your fingers really wide. Squeeze your thumbs towards one another here. Now really draw your heart forward. And on your exhale, feel your low belly pulling up to the sky. So you're really active through the deep core muscles. Now we're not gonna let our hips move at all. We're just gonna bend our right knee and then switch, bend your left knee. A little faster, go right and left. Little bend, little bend. So your focus here is keeping the hips still, even though you're moving the legs. And the way you're gonna do that is by really engaging through the abdominals, lifting up through the low belly band, squeezing the sides of the waist in towards center, and then really using your breath here. So with every exhale, you feel your abdominals engage a little bit deeper. 4 more times, let's go. It's 4, 3, 2, the last one right, the last one left, downward dog, hips go high. Feel free to take any variation that feels good for you here. Bending one knee and then the other. Maybe shaking the head, maybe shaking the hips. One more time, take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Roll through your spine, coming back to your high plank. Shift all the way forward to your tiptoes and lower yourself down onto your belly. Now slide your forearms forward here, finding a Sphinx pose. So the elbows come underneath the armpits, your hands press down into the mat, and then we lift up through our heart. Now really feel length through the low spine by pushing your pubic bone down into the mat and drawing your abdominals in. Feel your shoulder blades draw down your back as you really open up across the chest here. Take a big inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to first feel your abdominals engage and hug back. Again, breathe in. Now on this exhale, we're going to push down to the tops of our feet, and we're going to slowly roll ourselves up past our forearm plank so that we bring our gaze to our belly. And then on your inhale, you're going to reverse that slowly, coming back down to your Sphinx pose. So 4 counts, exhale, lift. 2, 3, gaze to the belly, inhale, lower. 2, 3, now you can do this with your knees down. I'll demonstrate here. 2, 3, 4, inhale, lower. 2, it's really whatever feels better for your body. Again, it's lift. 2, 3, 4, and inhale, lower. 2, one more time, all the way through. Exhale, we lift and lift and lift. We inhale, lower and lower and lower. Now this time, come halfway. Tuck the toes under. Find your forearm plank. Just hold and breathe. Yes, beautiful work. So those Sphinx roll-ups are so challenging, but they're really great for activating the abdominals and giving yourself a little bit more mobility in the spine. Now I want you just to find stillness here in this forearm plank. Push down through your forearms, draw your shoulder blades down your back, squeeze your quadriceps, shooting energy out of your heels, and continue to pull the low belly up to the sky. Hold and breathe for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Child's pose, big toes together, knees open wide, let your seat reach back to your heels. Big breath in, and let it go. From here, walk yourself up, swing your legs around in front of you, and we're gonna grab our heavy band. I want you to shimmy it up around your thighs. So it's just a few inches above your knees. Excuse me, I have dog hair on me. Here we go. Okay. So just a few inches above your knees. You're going to bring your legs about hips distance. Send the arms forward. Take a big inhale, sit tall. Now as you exhale, just like you're doing a half roll back, you're going to scoop your pubic bone to your belly button and slowly start to articulate your spine halfway down to the mat. From there on your inhale, reverse that articulation, coming all the way back up to a neutral spine. 2 counts. Exhale, you lower. Inhale, you lift. We take it back halfway and up all the way. So here, you're getting some really beautiful articulation for your low spine. So as you roll back halfway, I want you to feel that your pelvis is tipping up towards your rib cage. So we round through the low spine and feel ourselves come halfway down to the mat. 2 more times. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, sit it up. Last time, you take it back. We sit it up. This time, take it back and hold it. So feel your pubic bone tipping up towards your belly button. Feel the sides of the waist hugging in. And then please know that at any point, you can catch a hold behind the backs of your thighs for a little bit more support here. From this position, just 1 inch range. Go back an inch, up an inch, little back, little up. You've got it. So as you come back here, I want you to feel your hip bones are tipping up towards your bottom ribs. And as you curl, I want you to feel your rib cage drawing back towards the wall behind you. So we're really reaching our heart towards our thighs more than arching into the rib cage. The ribs are going to stay knitting together this whole time. Go 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold that curl. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, walk your feet together and allow the legs to butterfly open. Arms go with it. Inhale, draw the legs in. Exhale, butterfly open. Pick it up, go. It's in and out. You've got it. In and out. Close the legs, open the legs. So you have a little bit of rotation in the hip socket here. We're coming from parallel to a turned out position with the legs. But really what you're asking to do the most work is your abdominals. So as we press the legs open, feel the sides of your waist wrapping in towards center. 4 more, go 4. 3, 2. Now this time hold the open, take a little pulse. Out on the band, go a little pulse, little pulse, little press, little press. Now you have the option at any point to grab a hold of the backs of your thighs. Continue to feel your sacrum pushing back and down into the mat behind you. So we're really open across the front of the hips. 8 more pulses, here you go for 8, for 6, here for 4, 3, 2, draw the thighs back to parallel, walk your feet hips distance, take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to roll back 2 more inches, really pushing your sacrum down into the mat. Just like that from here, you take it, little reach, little reach, little reach. This is it, you got it. Continue to feel your belly button fish hooking back towards your low spine. Feel your collarbones get really wide. And then see if maybe you close your eyes. You can get a little bit softer through your neck, through your face, through your shoulders. You're here for 16, 15. If your hip flexors are bugging you, grab behind your thighs, okay? That's gonna give you a little bit more support. 8 more to your hold. Go 8, 7, 6, 5. You're here for 4, 3. Hold that curl. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, I want you to scoop your pubic bone up and roll back 2 more inches. Hold it there. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, pubic bone scoops up. Roll back 2 more inches and maybe lift your arms up higher. Hold here for 8, 7, 6. Get a little bit lower. Hold here 4, 3, 2. Sit up. Hug your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around the shins. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, just curl the chin down to the chest. And give yourself a nice hug here. Releasing through the hip flexors. Releasing through the abdominals. 1 more time, take a big breath in. And let it go. Keep the band where it is. Just sweep your legs around. So you're coming onto your knees. Now, if you have any kind of discomfort being on your knees, go ahead and roll your mat up so you have a little bit more cushion. Knees are gonna be hips distance here. So my shoulders are gonna stay stacked over my hips. Go ahead and take your hands to your hips to start. Take an inhale. Now on your exhale, I want you to lower your seat so it's almost touching your heels, but don't let it rest. From there, push into the tops of the feet, inhale, and rise all the way up. It's exhale, lower to a hover, and inhale, lift to a rise. You've got it. 2 counts down, and 2 counts up. So we're coming into thigh dancing series. So unlike a hinge position, in thigh dancing, your shoulders are gonna stay stacked over your hips the whole time. As you tire, it's gonna be really tempting to lean your shoulders forward. I'm gonna challenge you to really fight to keep the shoulders back over the hips. As you come down, be sure that you're not resting your seat on your heels. 2 more, come down. And lift. Now this time, take it down and hold it. Shoulders stack back over the hips. You just come up an inch, down an inch, little up, little down. Now it might feel good to reach your arms forward as a little counterbalance here. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other here and really feel how active you are, both pushing out on the band and allowing your inner thighs to squeeze in. So we have that opposition, really stabilizing our knee joints. 4, 3, 2, press up, rise all the way up, take a breath in, inhale. Exhale, lower, right back down, you've got it. Shoulders back. Now from here, we just to lift right hip, left hip, little right hip, little left hip. So it's a little swing of the hips from side to side. Lift the right hip, lift the left hip, little side, inner thigh, squeeze in. Woo, you're almost there, go 8. You hold in 7. Chest is lifted, go 4. Go 3, we hold in 2. The last one right, the last one left, stay center, breathe. Inner thighs squeeze, shoulders shift back, and you maybe lower 1/4 of an inch more. Hold and breathe right here. You hold for 4, 3, 2, downward dog. Unroll your mat, tuck your toes, and lift your hips high, enjoying a stretch. Feel free to take any variation that feels good for you here. I want you to keep the band where it is. We're not quite done with it yet. Big inhale, and a big exhale. Walk your hands and your feet to meet each other. Push down through your heels as you bend your knees, and slowly roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Band stays around your thighs. Find a spot at a wall, or anything that you can really use for balance. So I'm just gonna take a hand to a wall here, and we're gonna lift up high onto our tippy toes. Legs are in parallel. And then bend your knees, sending them forward. So just like you did earlier, I want you to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips here. From here, we're gonna rise all the way up, lower the heels, lift the heels high, and bend the knees forward. Again, it's rise up, straight legs. Lower the heels, lift your heels, and bend it 2 more times. We lift it up. Lower your heels. Now as you lift, squeeze your ankle bones in. Send the knees forward. Last time, straighten the legs. Lower the heels. Lift the heels. Now stay right here. Heels high, knees bent, chest is lifted. Come down for 2. Come up just halfway. It's inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. So if you haven't already gotten it, this is your thigh work series. We started on the mat with the thigh dancing. We're gonna finish here using the wall or a chair or whatever you have to hold on to for balance. So you have 2 sets of thigh work here at the wall. In this parallel position, I want you to push out on the band. So we keep our knees nice and stable over our 2nd and 3rd toe. 2 more times, you're gonna hold it low. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. The last one down. Now take this one down halfway and hold it there. Press out on the band, lift your heart, and see if you can send your knees forward 1 more inch to sink a little lower. Stay low, just step your right foot out 6 inches, and back to center. Stay with the right foot out, and a right foot in. Yeah, you got it, right foot out, and a right foot in. Now as you step out, push out on your resistance band. So we push out on the band, yeah, and back to center. 4 more, push out. Lots of work in that supporting left quadricep here. At least that is the case for me. 2 more times. And back. Last time, right foot out. Take it back to center. Switch. Left foot steps out. Left foot draws in. Keep going, left foot out. And left foot in. Now again, I want you to focus on pushing out on the band. So we're not letting our knees roll in towards center. I'm hoping you're feeling a pretty good burn in your thighs. That's the goal. 4 more outs. And in. You're almost there. Go 3. And in. 2 more times we press out. And in. Last time, take it out. Now I want you to hold this on the in. Just drop your hips 1 inch. Little drop, little drop. This is it in this parallel position. We're finishing our thigh work in a turned out position. So it's still gonna be definitely tiring, but you're gonna be working more into the inner and outer thighs, versus this is really burning the center line of the thighs. At least that's what I'm feeling. 16 more, go 16, 15. Continue to lift your chest. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. 8 more, go 8. And go 6. Here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, inhale. Now I want you to exhale, lower your heels halfway down to the mat. Turn your legs out so your heels come together and your toes go apart. Feel how you make this diamond shape in your legs. Push out on the band. Feel your outer glutes, your outer thighs fire. Squeeze your heels together. Sink a little bit lower. Start to pulse out on the band, little out, little out, little out. So now lots of heat into the outer thighs and into the inner thighs as well. I want you to really squeeze your heels together here. The more you can squeeze your heels in and press your thighs out, the more stability you're gonna get into your knee joints. Just like in that parallel position, keep the chest lifted. So my shoulders are still stacked over my hips. As you get tired, you're gonna wanna lean forward. That's gonna make it a lot easier. See if you can stay with me here with your chest lifted. You're here for 8, 6, here for 4, 3, Hold the press out, drop your hips down an inch, and take them up an inch. You got it, down hold, and up hold. You're still pressing out on the band. Your heels are still squeezing together, and your knees are tracking over your second and third toe. You take it, down an inch holds, and up an inch hold. Yes, you got it, down an inch hold, and up. 2 more times like that. Go down, hold, and up, hold. Now take this down, hold it. Squeeze your heels, just drop your hips. Go, little drop, little drop, little drop. Ready? You have 32 more. Go 32, 31. I know that sounds like a lot. Keep breathing. We're gonna get through this. 24, go 24. Keep the chest lifted. Guess what? You're at 16, go. 16, you have a final hold for thighs on the other side of this. And now we're done with this heavy band. Go 8 more, 7 more, 6 more. You'll hold it in 4, 3, 2. Here's your hold. Squeeze your heels. Lift your heart. Now push your thigh bones out and sink even lower. Maybe hands come to the heart. Hold and breathe for 4. Get lower, 3. Get lower, 2. Ooh, rise up. Take the heavy band off your thighs. And let's take a quadricep stretch. Right foot comes into the right hand. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Draw your pubic bone up. And slide your right knee back here. Really opening up to the front of the right hip. That was intense. Amazing job. Take an inhale. And let it go. Release your right foot, catch your left foot in your left hand. Inner thighs squeeze in. Slide your left knee back. Draw your pubic bone up to your belly button. And really open up across the chest here. One more big breath in. And let it go. Release your left foot. Grab your light band. And take it underneath your right foot. So we're gonna face the right side of our mat here. We're transitioning into our seat work series. Like I said, it's a pretty good long one. So know that you can do it. I was gonna say something really inspirational, but nothing came to me. So the band comes underneath your right foot and you grab it in your left hand, okay? We're gonna start with the right side seat. Now I want you to take your left toes and tap them behind you like a little bike kickstand. Okay, so you're not putting too much weight into your left toes. From here, hinge your torso forward so your hips pull back and we come into the single leg deadlift. So you're hinging your torso forward, you're pulling your right hip back, and you're driving down through your right heel. Now soften through your right knee and really feel how the back of your right leg lights up. From here, we're gonna very slowly rise all the way up. 2, 3, 4, and hinge it forward. 2, 3, 4. Again, we rise. 2, 3, 4, and we lower. 2, 3. Keep going nice and slow. So as you rise up, I want you to really initiate the movement by pushing down through your right heel. So you feel the right glutes and the right hamstrings fire. As you hinge forward, actively pull your hips back. Keep the spine nice and long. So we're not allowing any rounding to happen, it's just a hinging motion. 2 more times, we lift up. 2, 3, 4, and we lower. 2, 3. Last time, rise it up. 2, 3. Now hinge it forward. 4, 3. Stay in this single leg deadlift position. Spin your left palm so that it faces toward your right inner thigh. From here, it's a hammer curl. Go in and out. It's hammer curl and lengthen. So as you take this movement, it's a nice static hold with your legs. Be sure that you're not taking too much weight into your back left foot. It's just there for balance. In fact, we're going to remove it in just a minute. So right now is the opportunity to establish your right foot into your mat. Pushing through your right heel, relaxing all 5 toes of the right foot, and really pushing down through the big toe mound and the pinky toe mound to help you find balance. 4 more hammer curls. Go. 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to stop halfway. Just pulse it out an inch, in an inch, out an inch, and it's a little out, little in. So it's this tiny little movement. at this 90-degree bend, almost like you're taking the world's tiniest punch, right? You go a little forward, little back, little forward, little back. Still a nice static hold in your legs. I'm hoping you're getting that heat building into the back of your right leg. I know I am. You're here for 8, for 6, here for 4, 3, 2, hold the squeeze in with the left elbow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to extend your left leg long back behind you and extend your left arm down towards the floor. So now you're in this full single leg deadlift position. From here, again, we rise. 2, 3, 4, and we lower. 2, 3. You've got it. Take it up. 2, 3, 4, and hinge it down. 2, 3. Beautiful. Now, as you rise, I want you to push down through your right heel, just like you were earlier. As you hinge forward, nothing has changed in how we initiate the movement. Hips go back, spine stays long. 2 more times, it's up. 2, 3, 4, and it's lower. 2, 3. Last one, rise up. 2, 3, hinge it forward. 4, 3, hold the hinge, narrow row, slow it down. And reach it out, left elbow pulls back for 2. Lengthen out for 2. Now keep softening through your right knee. Feel your left pinky toe rotating down towards the floor. 4 more times, it's narrow row, woo, and reach it out, you've got it. Now if this is too much, you can always lower your left toes down to the mat. 2 more rows, and reach. Now hold the row with the left elbow. Take a little bend in the right knee. Start to bend and press the right leg, reach and reach. Little bend, little stretch, little bend, little stretch for 8, 7. Things change really soon. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Lower your left knee all the way down to the mat. Take the band off of your right foot and lay yourself all the way back on your back. Feels amazing, right? Come up to the tippy toes of your left foot and keep your right foot flat into the mat. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take the band just a few inches above your wrist crease. Soften the shoulders down into the mat. Push out on the band, take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to drive your right heel into the mat. Squeeze your right glute and lift up to a bridge. Inhale, tap the seat. Exhale, lift it up. You've got it. Tap it down and lift it up. Option faster. Go tap and lift. It's lower and lift. So just like in that single leg supported deadlift, I want very little weight into your left foot here. It's just a little kickstand, just a little balance. Just like earlier, we're gonna remove it in a moment. 4 more lifts right here. You go for 3, 2. Now hold the bridge position. Push down into your right heel. Relax your right toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, float your left leg up, tabletop position. Inhale, tap the left toes down. It's exhale up. And inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. So you're keeping your seat hovering. We're really pushing our right heel down into the mat and using our abdominal strength to be sure that we're not dropping our left hip down to the mat. 2 more times, we lift and lower. Last full one, it's up and down. Now lift your right leg up, hold it. Excuse me, lift your left leg up. That's what leg this is. Hold it. Take a breath in. As you exhale, just start to pulse out on the band. Little pulse, little out, little out. You've got it. Pulse and pulse and pulse. Not the most intense work you've ever done for your upper body. So maybe add yourself a little bit more resistance by pulsing even farther out on the band. You're here for 8, for 6, here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that out. Inhale. Exhale, maybe extend your left leg all the way straight. Push down through your right heel, and then maybe squeeze your glutes, lift your seat a little higher. Pulse your hips up 1 inch. Little up, little up. Now add the arms, little out, little out, little out. Yes, you're here for 16, 15. Your final hold for a right side seat in 12. Relax through your ribs. Go 8, go 6. Here for 4, 3, 2. Here's your hold. Inhale. Exhale, relax your rib cage down. Push down through your right heel and lift your seat up 1 more inch. Pull out on the band. Hold and breathe for 4, for 3, For 2, drop it all the way down, hug your knees to your chest. You can take the band off and just rock from side to side. Amazing work. We get to do that whole series one more time on the left leg. So when you are ready, we're gonna rock and roll ourselves back up to standing. I am gonna spin around so I'm facing you when we do this whole series. The band comes underneath your left foot. Take the band into the right hand and really find the stability of your left foot pushing down into the mat. Come up to your right tippy toes and tap them behind you. Remember, no weight in them, just a little balance tool, okay? Lift your heart, and then from here, pull your hips back, hinge your torso forward, and find this position here, almost like a single leg squat, right? We're really actively pulling the hips back. We're softening the left knee and driving down into that left heel. Nice and slow, we rise. 2, 3, 4, and we hinge. 2, 3, 4, drive through the left heel. 2, 3, 4, and pull the hips back. 2, 3. So you know what to expect on this side. We do have a little bit of bonus work in our bridge position, so I do want to forewarn you of that, okay? You might notice we haven't done a ton of arm work today, so I haven't forgotten arms. We're just kind of saving it. As you hinge forward, really pull your hips back. And notice as you tire, if you start to put more weight into the back right foot. 2 more times, we lift it up. 2, 3, 4, we hinge it back. 2, 3. The last time, pushing through the left heel, squeezing through the left glute, and hinge it forward. 2, hold the hinge as a hammer curl, in and out, right elbow bend, and reach. You've got it, in and out. So your right palm faces towards your left inner thigh. Feel free to adjust yourself as you need. You might notice I just stepped my right foot back a little bit, just because I noticed I was taking a little more weight into it than I needed to. Pull your left hip bone back so your hips stay nice and square, and really feel how your left elbow squeezes, your right elbow squeezes in towards your rib cage here for 8, 7. Really add the resistance here. 4 more times, go 4, 3, 2, hold it halfway, it's a little pulse, go a little out, little in, little out, little in. Now if this doesn't feel like enough, you can always curl your fist closer to your right shoulder, okay? That'll add a little bit more resistance. See if you can soften your shoulders. Continue to drive down through your left heel and feel the heat build into your left hamstring. Go 8, and go 6, here for 4, 3, 2, hold it there, inhale. As you exhale, release your right foot from the floor, extend your right arm straight, and find this nice, long warrior position. Nice and slow, we rise. 2, 3, 4, and we hinge. 2, 3, 4, we take a lift. 2, 3, 4, and we hinge. So again, the same concept here. Drive through your left heel to slowly rise up. Pull your hips back to slowly hinge your torso forward. So the crown of the head and the right heel are like a seesaw. They stay in one long line, just hinging forward and back. 2 more times, just like that. Go lift. 2, 3, 4, and take it, reach. 2, 3. 1 more time, it's lift. 2, 3, hinge it forward. 4, 3, hold it there, slow it down, narrow row, and reach it out. Right elbow draws back, right arm it reaches. So right pinky toe is rotating down towards the mat here. Draw your left hip back, push through your left heel. 4 more times, it's row. And reach. Ooh, you've got it. 3. Soften through your left knee, it's pull. And reach, now hold the row. Take the little bend in the left knee and the big, big press. Go a little bend and reach. Go a little bend and reach. You're here for 8, 7. Remember, you come back onto your back. We have that bridging series in 4, 3, 2. Lower the right knee all the way down to the mat. Take the band off of your left foot, lay back, planting your left foot into the mat, coming up to the right tippy toes. The band comes back a few inches above your wrist joints. Now inhale. As you exhale, I want you to actively push your left heel into the mat, squeeze your seat, lift to the bridge. Then inhale, tap your seat, and exhale, lift it up. And inhale, tap it down, maybe pick it up, go up, and down we go, lift and lower. Now feel your upper arm bones softening back into the socket here. Press out on the band, so you give yourself a little bit of resistance. So again, it's not gonna be the most intense arm work you've ever done. That's okay, not every class has to be killer in every fashion, right? For me, this is really, really intense glute and hamstring work. I'm really feeling my legs in general today. So that maybe that's where your focus is for this class, right? You have 4 more lifts, go 4. 3, 2, hold the hover, take a big breath in. As you exhale, float your right leg up to tabletop, and inhale, tap it down, you've got it, exhale up, and inhale, tap. So really push down through your left heel, and use your abdominals to keep your hips from rocking side to side. So as we lift the right leg, we're not allowing the right hip to drop down to the mat. 2 more times, exhale, lift, and inhale, lower, last full one, it's up, and down. Now lift your right leg, tabletop, hold it, pulse out on the band with your arms, go a little out, little out, little out, squeeze through your left glute, push down through your left heel, and feel how strong you are right here, right now. Pulse out for 8, for 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that pulse out, maybe extend the right leg straight and start to pulse your hips up 1 inch, go a little up, now option, add the pulse out on the band, little out, soften your ribs, soften your face, let this work happen in your glutes, in your hamstrings, in your shoulders. 16 more, go 16, 15, you hold it. Like I said, we have a big finish right here in this bridge position. 8 more, you hold in 6 more, you hold in 4, 3, 2, hold that lift, inhale, exhale, relax the ribs, squeeze the left glute to lift your hips 1 more inch, hold right here for 4, 3, 2, bring the right foot down to the mat, but stay lifted in this bridge position. Now toe heel walk your feet out so that you find your heels on the mat and your toes are off of the mat. So you have this slight external rotation. Keep the band where it is. Just float your arms back behind you. Soften your shoulders and then extend your arms straighter so we really feel our triceps work here. From here, we're gonna drop the seat and squeeze to lift. Keep it slow, we drop the seat. Now as you drop the seat, I want you to bend your elbows and then extend the arms straight as the seat lifts. Bend and lower, reach and lift, pick it up, go, down, up, bend, stretch, yes. So here, I want you to think back to the wide turnout we did at the beginning of class and to the narrow V we did during thigh work, where the band was around our thighs and we were really actively pushing out on the band. Feel yourself, even though you don't have the band, pushing your thighs out. Then with your arms, the more you can reach the arms back, the more you're gonna fire into the triceps. 4 more times, you go, 4, 3, 2, then we're gonna hold the lift, hold the arms straight. Pulse out on the band, really feel that power through the shoulders, softening the shoulder blades down the back. Now drive down through your heels, and imagine dragging your heels in to tap each other. From here, take a micro bend of your elbows, and extend your arms straight. Faster, go bend, reach, bend, reach, bend, reach. Continue to press out on the band and feel how the back side of the upper arms starts to really fire here. That's what we want. You're holding your hips still and stable, squeezing your heels towards one another, pushing your inner thighs out, and still working deeply into the glutes and into the hamstrings. You're here for 8, for 6, here for 4, 3, here's your final variation. Keep your arms straight, soften your shoulders, Drive your heels down and pulse your hips up. Go a little up, little up, little up, little up. Arms stay where they are. Press down on the band and maybe reach your biceps back 1 inch farther. Go a little lift, little lift. Check in with your rib cage. Notice if it's flaring open. Continue to soft it down towards the mat. You're here for 16, 15. Final hold for class in 12. Where can you get deeper? Go 8. Go 6. Here for 4, 3. Here's your final hold. Inhale. Exhale, push out on the band. Get your arms even straighter. And then squeeze your glutes and lift your hips 1 inch higher. Hold right here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. Tap your seat, ditch the band, and hug your knees into your chest. Amazing work today. Whew. Rock from side to side. Just releasing through the head, the neck, the shoulders. Then take your hands to the tops of your knees and gently trace circles with the knees. It does not matter which direction you go, we're going to go both ways. Let your hips move here too so they can rock forward and back as you move the legs. So just go ahead and reverse directions. Releasing through the hips, through the inner thighs. Maybe center. Let's find a figure 4. Left ankle crosses over right thigh. You're more than welcome to just plant your right foot. Or if it feels better for you to grab a hold of the back of the right thigh and draw it towards your chest, feel free to do that as well. If any movement feels good in your body here, please take it. Feel your left thigh bone pressing away from you. And really try to soften your shoulders here. It can be tempting to kind of round and curl the shoulders up in this position. One more big inhale. And a big exhale. Lower your right foot down to the floor, hug your left knee into your chest, and then grab a hold of the back of the left leg wherever it feels comfortable for you to extend it up towards the sky. Maybe you want to circle the left ankle around, just releasing through the ankle joint a little bit. It could feel good to wiggle your left leg from side to side a little, just opening up with the back of the leg, elongating the hamstring. One more big breath in. And let it go. Carefully release your left leg down, and we'll switch sides. Figure 4, right ankle over left thigh. Reach through, grab a hold of your left thigh if that feels good in your body. I had a really hard time with my rights and lefts today. I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe it feels good to take a little movement. Maybe it feels good to stay still. This is the opportunity to check in with yourself. I know a lot of times the end of class, that stretch, maybe you start to think about, do I really need this? Can I go move on to something else? But let it be like your reward, right? Your dessert, your moment for yourself at the end of class. It just feels so good. And it's really a crucial part of class. One more breath here. And let it go. Lower your left foot down, hug your right knee to your chest, grab a hold of the back of the right leg wherever it feels comfortable for you, and extend the right leg up to the sky. Maybe circle the right ankle around here. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, breathe in. Let it go. Release your right foot down to the mat and extend your arms and legs long away from each other, taking this first morning stretch. Letting the ribs open, letting the low back arch. Big breath in. And then release that. Walk yourself up to any seated position that feels good for you. Join me to inhale, sweep our arms high. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class for today. Amazing, amazing work. I hope that you're feeling so strong, so accomplished. And I'll be back tomorrow for day 2 of your 7-day Feel Good Challenge. So meet me right back here then. Have a fantastic rest of your day.